Hello everybody, Willem Petzer here. So last night I was working on quite a few videos, but then something happened that made me make this video for once and for all. Those of you who have watched my channel will know I refer to my personal story of farm murders quite often. But now I decided to make a video dedicated to it, to show you all what this channel is about, what my calling is, and what my personal story is. I came to this decision after being attacked by a social justice warrior on Twitter quite insensitively, who implied that I was lying about my own experience with racial killings and wanted me to provide proof. This hurt me quite a bit, but then I realized I have to put the story out there once and for all. So this channel is about bringing the truth about what's happening in South Africa that is deliberately swept under the rug by the media. If you watch my other videos, you will know that I've shown time and time again how the media here in South Africa is pushing an agenda and how they are not reporting on the facts, most probably deliberately. I am there to put that right and to give you the real story about what's happening here in South Africa, and you will know now why. I have referred to the story of my personal family quite often, so now I'm going to show you what was being put in the media about it. The only article I could ever find on it in the English media that was ever published since 6 years ago when it happened was in a small farmers magazine called The Farmers Weekly, the only one. The article was called Murder in the Mountains. The first paragraph read, "Late 2013 and early 2014 is a period the farming community of Berkeley East will remember for all the wrong reasons. 2 farm attacks and 3 lives lost. First, the retired couple, David and Raleigh de Villiers, were brutally stabbed to death in their home on the farm Broadlands in October. Their son Davy survived after being airlifted to Bloemfontein." Now that is the sum total of all the coverage that the story of my own family has received ever in the English media. But there is much more to it. What was never reported on was how brutally they were tortured to death with a panga, which is a long knife here in South Africa, quite possibly for more than 6 hours. Then, after they were tortured to death, the attacker took their blood and wrote on the walls satanic messages including 666 and racial hatred. My family and their story has been swept under the rug by the media, and so has thousands of other stories been swept under the rug. The truth about this country is not getting out there because the media is not doing their jobs to show you the truth about what's going on. In an earlier video you will know I have proven by statistics, by research done by AfriForum, that these black on white racial killings are mostly swept under the rug by the media, where any alleged incident of white racism will be on the front page of every newspaper and every news site in South Africa. For example, a woman can say a hurtful word towards a black person and therefore be sentenced for 3 years in jail. Many of these farm attackers only serve 3 years in jail. So, according to our law system, calling a black person a hurtful word is the same as brutally torturing a white family to death in a racial attack. Then, the media also creates false outrage about any or everything they can find that can remotely seem a little bit racist. The latest such incident was a false incident of alleged segregation in a class, where the kids were just sitting in little groups according to racial lines out of their own choice. This massive attack by the media and political parties has led to the woman being suspended from her job, innocently. At the same time, the same political parties and politicians who created this false outrage is actively going on stage singing songs like "Kill the Boer," "One Settler, One Bullet," and even actively calling for the slaughter of all white people, including their women, their children, and even their dogs and their cats.
We'll kill your children, we'll kill your women, we'll kill anything that we find on our way.
This is the massive double standards that we live with here in South Africa, and nobody is pointing it out. That is why we need to bring balance to this, and real people who went through these events need to stand up and take a stand and say, it happened to me, it happened to many of my friends, it happened to many people I know, it happened to many people I don't know, and it is still happening by the day in South Africa. This is why I am doing what I'm doing on this channel and on other platforms, highlighting the situation in South Africa and doing my best to give you the real story in every incident where the media is trying to twist it around and create a false narrative. I am Willem Petzer, and this is my calling in life. Thank you for watching, and as always, God bless.